How y'all doing, Miss D panel? Yeah, I'm ready to get into this.
When I ask you who's the baddest, I want you to say Soul Dragon Sports. Playtime's over, boy.
Man, it's a lot that's happening in the sports world.
The Soul Driven Sports Podcast. Amo Unleashed with my brother from the same mother. Man, I'm gonna roll out the red carpet, man, and the floor is yours.
You already know, man. It's your boy D Phantom, aka Junior Rich, man, and we about to get into some juicy today. Let's go.
Yeah. We got a lot to talk about.
Y'all been watching
so
sports.
First and foremost, man, I want to talk about, has Evan Mobley regressed? So that's going to be one topic. Has Evan Mobley regressed? Also, are the Indiana Hoosiers the biggest threat to Ohio State repeating as national champions? Because since as long as I can remember, the Indiana Hoosiers have been stinking. So I'm caught way off guard with what I've been seeing from them, and they look like a legit team. So, is that the biggest threat to Ohio State? Also, Pat Beverly within the last 24 hours, man, was arrested because, man, he came home in the middle of the night and found an 18-year-old male in his sister's room. And so he went to jail for felony assault. He bonded out $40,000. You know, so I'm guessing the assault couldn't have been too big, but they arrested him. And Aaron Rodgers, man, got to get that MRI. Where does Pittsburgh go from here if they lose Aaron Rodgers? If they lose him, is their season over with? So, man, we got a lot to cover. And RIP, man, to the young Dallas Cowboy defensive end that took his own life. This happened. We weren't able to do a show last week to talk about it, but, you know, condolences to his family, man. I'll get his name. I just pulled it up, but I don't want to butcher his name. But RIP to him and condolences to his family. Young dude. I mean, this was a young dude. You know what I'm saying? And that mental health is a big thing, man. It is woo. And nobody even seen that. Nobody saw that coming. But sometimes you just don't know what's going on in a person, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to talk about that. But y'all know how we do. Before we go ahead and we get into these sports topics, we love to play and the artists. So, all my people on Bigo, man, I'm about to shut off from here. We're going to be strictly on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch right now. So if y'all want to follow us on there, Soul Driven Sports, y'all can go follow us on there. Right now, y'all know I'm going to run some music. And then when we get back, and we got to talk about Shedeur, man. We got to talk about Shedeur getting his first in-game action. And it wasn't a good day for him, but, I mean, you know, with that offensive line made of toilet paper, man, I don't even think you can put Jesus Christ behind that offensive line, and he ain't going to make it. He'd be concussed too. So, before we get into that, we got to go ahead, get into some music, man. If y'all watching us right now, do us a favor, man, share the live, right? Share it wherever you are. Y'all are watching the Soul Driven Sports Podcast with me and J.R. Rich. Matter of fact, I'm going to play 2 songs back to back.
Yeah.
We be back with
Cybernautic Swag Campaign.
Suede exhale, and I gotta drop down in this motherfucker. Gotta swerve out in this motherfucker. There will never be another brother coming with a second campaign. Insane in this motherfucker. Coughing up butane on bars like I got a fatal disease. So hate me please. 1,080 degrees. I'm serving niggas up. Now I gotta charge them catering fees. I call my hater disease. They call me Suede. If you like what I say, then show me the money. I know it'll be funny when the so-called men got opinions, but they broken, they put me. And I gotta say, I'm a boss. I'm so sick, had to take time off. 30 seconds on the track, you know I'm walking. I'm already getting a laptop, dog. If you don't know, then you better back off. If you wanna cross, better not sack off. I'ma have you looking out your window for your kinfolk getting already got whacked off. Your car, is he really that lost? Suede that sound, is he really that sauce? Bitch, nigga, here's that water, I'm off y'all for y'all caught in a campaign with a bit of cost. Gigs and chips plus you not know me equals you and for 14 cross this post, and I'll just simply show you guns as rudimentary. Ain't this a bitch? I'm sitting at the crib but I pitched a fist. I'm broke like Santa Claus on Christmas, so this is my new anger management. If you wanna call and talk that shit like you all been involved with this, know that your actions prove you don't give a fuck about me or my family pick. So nigga roll please, I'ma be coming like a beach, jumping on the back of these Caprice, so better be glad I done fucked around and forgot my ski mask. So I'm about to be back to be that. Just in a representative, while I find a spot I wanna eat at. Chillin' in the keys with the cheese, I'ma be that. Nigga making me laugh and acting like they be stacked my cash, but where the fuck is your receipt at? Every little nigga that see that, I wanna be back, cause they actually believe that. They be back then on point, plus Suede XL, call them dope boys, cause they so moist. Shouts out to the beat clan that I know that I'm spitting this venom like a phantom when I'm getting up and I'm dirty, damn it. Throw a machete up in and send the niggas to the clinic, cause they say we're finna on I'm independent. Gigs and chips plus you not know me equals you and for 14 cross this post, and I'll just simply show you guns as rudimentary. Suede cross this post. Suede cross this post. Suede cross this post. Suede cross this post.
Am I the meanest? $1 million dreams make a broke nigga high. $1 million dreams make a broke nigga
Somebody put the chrome on a whip. And you better put the chrome on a whip. She said she blind. Chrome on a whip. Chrome on a whip. Chrome on a whip. And you better put the chrome on a whip. Chrome on a whip. Chrome on a whip. She said she blind. Chrome on a whip. Chrome on a whip. Chrome on a whip. And you better put the chrome on a whip. Chrome on a whip. Chrome on a whip. I gotta hustle till it feels real good. I'm tryna eat till the meal's real good. I don't wanna have to break the bank just to have to go and get my wheels real good. Cause my ladies have a banging and the meal's real good. I need something that'll match that, man. Better die with a real hood figure. I'ma drop here at all Royce Bill type, nigga.
Phone on the whip with the crystals on the side. Doors flip up, yeah, we call it suicide. Creeping like a spider every time that I ride. Yeah, I smile at my haters just to fuck with their pride. And the arms so dope that they true tell a lie. $1 million dreams make a broke nigga high. Dudes get mad when they really say hi. Like the paint so wet that it make a pussy slide. Sun rooftop with the wood grain grip. Ain't even raining, but the paint still drip. I'm not even traveling, but baby, I'm a trip. So she riding up the mountainside just to see the tip. Top of the world, that's what they ain't wanna be. Riding in a phantom, heading to my legacy. Crystals on the chrome, yeah, the body so G. I'm a stunt so hard, niggas can't stand me.
Chrome on a whip. Chrome on a whip. Chrome whip. And you better put the room on the whip. Room on the whip. Room on the whip. She said she like
350 engine, nigga, I'ma let her rip. Rubber City rhyme with it, hoping I don't flip. Firestone tails just burning up the strip. On the car so pretty that I call her honey dip. Faster than a tiger, nigga, stronger than a bear. The way the engine roars, they can't help but to stare. This a dream I'm a heaven, but I hate to even stare. Cause they wait till you blow up, they act like you care.
we get a lot of rain in the O. The heat sends paint, make a change in the O. The chrome on the whip, crystals on the floor. If they forecast cold, can't complain no more. Tryna get it with a ride, gotta match my drive. Everything automated to the bare bone. I'm talking about cars and I'm talking about life. Get it up to speed, cruise control. Let a hater see his image in his own reflection. Crystals on the whip, damn right, I'm flexing. Gotta get it to the point where they match my necklace. Wax so big, I be moving in section. The way past goes, so I'm back to the dirt. Don't play with my shit, don't play with my work. Cause soon as I cop that chrome and crystal whip, your feelings might get hurt. I've been hustling day to day, since I never had my mind to get home. So I can ride out with my baby on some crystal rims and chrome. I've been hustling day to day, since I never had my mind to get home. So I can ride out with my baby on some crystal rims and chrome. She flying chrome on the whip, chrome on the whip, chrome on the whip. And you better put the room on the whip, chrome on the whip, chrome on the whip. She said she like chrome on the whip, chrome on the whip, chrome on the whip. And you better put the room on the whip, chrome on the whip, chrome on the whip.
All right, y'all, man. We are back. Let me flip my camera back up, man. We back. So you know I got to get into the Cavs because I think now what we are 14, 15 games into the season. Estimated with some injuries. I hate to see that Darius Garland came back and the same toe that he had surgery on, he re-injured it. So who knows when this dude gonna come back? So he's going to be gone probably for a while. Max Strus, I don't think is a big loss. I don't think Max Strus is a big loss like that. But the thing that concerns me, right? The thing that really concerns me is Evan Mobley. Because I think we both can agree that for the Cavaliers to make it to the finals, they're going to have to go through Mobley. I mean, we know that Donovan Mitchell is going to do what Donovan Mitchell is going to do. But the progression of Mobley, I think, is very key as far as how far the Cavaliers are going to go. So, my question is, seeing that what we've seen so far, sample size, small sample size, beginning of the season, should we be concerned that possibly he has regressed?
No.
And what? What do you think?
I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Okay.
I might have a little bit of change in position now. Because the one thing I was looking for this season is the progression of the bench. And when I say bench, I'm not talking about their first and second starting lineup. I'm talking about their third stringer, the bench. That's who I call the bench, the third string. That's the Tomlins, the Kevin Porter Jr.'s, the Jalen Tysons. Jalen Tyson was in the third group. He just progressed with that shooting ability. But man, bruh, I'm telling you, I see a monster on the horizon.
You see a
And I'm gonna tell
monster?
you who I see a monster on the horizon. And
Where?
it's crazy because I didn't even call this, man. I seen the potential, but man, Pops is the one. Mr.
Who?
Anthony, Mr. Anthony Vin said this one. Naquan Tomlin. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Naquan Tomlin,
I'm
what? I know you ain't saying what
I'm
I think you're saying. I mean,
I'm
don't
gonna
get
tell
me
you what's gonna
wrong.
look. Look, I'm gonna tell you what's
I'm
gonna
talking
happen because
about Naquan Tomlin.
look, I thought so too. But man, Naquan Tomlin is a problem right now. That's all they talking about right
Who?
now. You know that's who they talking about right now on the
Seen him. Don't
the
get me
media.
wrong. I like his motor. He has a good motor.
Man,
He's smart.
he is
I mean, some of the
shockwave.
passes he made, but
Disruptive.
here's what scared them players, right?
Mhm,
Those are what we call regular season players, meaning that the
mhm.
Jalen Tyson, even because I'm a big Tyrese Proctor fan. I think out of all of them, I'm thinking
Mhm.
somebody that's proven with potential is Tyrese Proctor.
Oh,
He
Pro-
got size, his shooting ability, his dribble handle, the way he processed the game. I think that
Mhm.
he's. But I don't think any of them guys are going to have an effect this year on them making a championship. Because I think in the NBA, they're going to go well for the season and help keeping players healthy. But when the playoffs come, most teams only play up to 8 to 9 players, tops, in the playoffs.
Not the
They don't
Cavs.
play. They don't.
They ain't
Yeah, but
never
the
they ain't
Cavs,
never did
you
that the
know,
last
last
couple
year,
years.
yeah, but I
See,
think
look,
I think the Cavs played more because they had to. Like Darius Garland was hurt. So I think they've had to play more in the playoffs because they were hurt in the playoffs.
Hunter
So
was too.
DeAndre
They had some
Hunter,
injuries last year. They had some
yeah, that's
key
what I'm
injuries
saying.
last year, man. That kind of
Yeah,
kept them from
yeah. So
going.
that's why they played more players. But you don't
It's different this year
typically in the
though.
NBA playoffs, you don't see no more than the 5 starters, 3 to 4 rotational players, and that's it. So let's think about Cleveland's rotational players, right? So if we know Lonzo Ball is one of them. We know
The
Lonzo Ball
rotational
is
players,
going to be one of them.
I put him in I put him in the second start lineup, which
All
people
right,
call the bench, but second start lineup, Lonzo Ball come
the
up the
second
bench.
starting lineup. So that's one, and I'm gonna go 4 players. So that's one. We know either Max Strus or DeAndre Hunter gonna be that second player. One of them coming off the bench, right?
Max, I'm gonna say it like this: Max Strus gonna get that position over Hunter. Hunter is gonna come off the bench.
So you say so then that means they're going to have Lonzo Ball, DeAndre Hunter off the bench. Then I think they cannot in no way sit Jalen Tyson. They can't. They got a plan. He has been too solid. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's going to be that third player. So then the question is, well, who is that fourth player? Is it going to be Dean Wade? Is it going to be Larry Nance Jr.? Or is it going to be Naquan Tomlin? Because one of them,
What
two of
you
them
talking
is
about?
going to be the odd man out.
Let me get this straight. You said for their this is for the bench that's coming in after the first round of starters, which I call the second start lineup.
Yeah, I'm talking about for the playoffs because it's only going to be 3 to 4 rotational players coming off the bench. I don't think they're going to have 5. No way.
Mark my word.
You think they're going to have 5?
Man, the Cavaliers, this is it. I think Cavaliers is ushering in. I told people this. I've been telling people this for a while, man. The Cavaliers has changed the dynamic of the sport. It's always a team that comes to bring in a new dynamic. They bring in like the super team, you know what I'm saying? They bring in They bring in like we say, like that like that mechanic,
Like
like
Golden
the two
State did. Like what
superstars
Golden State did.
thing. I think the Cavaliers is bringing in that dynamic, man. Of it, it looks like the Olympic basketball team. They have two starting lineups, and then through those 10 people, man, they're gonna have two or three people they can switch in and out of that consistent 10 group. I'm telling you, this is now. I'm not really worried about the
I love your
Cavaliers.
optimism.
I'm not really. I'm
I
not
can't
worried.
hate on them. I love the
I'm not worried
optimism,
about
and
the
they do have
Cavaliers.
talent.
This is the thing. I'm not worried about the Cavaliers' injuries, because Darius Garland gonna be Darius Garland. He gonna come back and he gonna do what he gonna do. I already
Right.
knew I really wasn't excited to see him come back anyway. I mean, I know what he can do. I was interested to see what is Craig Porter Jr. gonna do. What is
Yeah,
Jalen
but
Tyson gonna
you
do?
think he's going to be an integral part in the playoffs? You think come
Who?
playoff time,
Well, this the
Craig Porter
thing.
Jr., you think
Well, this the
come
thing.
playoffs, huh?
This is the thing. The reason why I say these players are important, because your starters or your bench won't even make it to the playoffs healthy or even in form if you don't have a deep team.
Yeah,
This
I agree
allows
with that.
this allows the Cavaliers, man, to come to the playoffs with a deep team, which
Yeah,
they haven't done in the last few years, man.
right.
A lot of people don't realize the Cavaliers been beat up coming in the playoffs, man, the last 3 years. They've been beat
Yeah.
up. So this right here is scary, because now you giving the Cavaliers the depth that they actually need to really make a push. You ain't got to worry about You ain't got to worry about playing a Darius Garland with a beat up toe or a broken jaw or you know what I'm saying, or messed up wrist. And you ain't got to worry about DeAndre Hunter, man, with a, you know what I'm saying, who got a, shoulder issues, man, and trying to force him to make shots off, trying to be the spark to make shots.
Right.
They ain't gotta worry about that no more. The only thing I'm concerned about with the Cavaliers right now, and this is the only worry, because I don't think anybody can stop them when they're truly healthy. I don't think anybody can stop
Okay,
them. I'm
well,
gonna be honest.
okay, I can
I
hear that.
think the problem the Cavaliers have right now is their consistency in scoring on offense. If they was making shots, we seen Merrill get into some slumps.
Yeah,
He been terrible. We seen Lonzo Ball not knock the shot down. If the Cavaliers start making shots, getting in the groove, they start scoring, it's over. Nobody gonna keep up with them.
I mean, you
They
gotta
gonna
like
run
their
everybody's
chances.
starting lineup in the dirt. They gonna run everybody's starting lineup in the dirt. I
You
don't
gotta
think
like their
anybody gonna be able to
chances,
stop them.
because anytime that the Detroit Pistons are the top seed in the conference, it is anybody's for taking. So I agree with that. I
The
think
Pistons,
that
man, they got a
actually,
nice little scoring. Man, Duran? Ain't they center name Duran? The
yeah,
dude Duran? Man, he
yeah,
ain't no, like, they actually got some pretty solid scores on their team. Like, man, he a beast. If you ask me, he one of the best big men in the league.
yeah, I think so too. They're definitely
I
one of the
think,
most powerful, strongest ones.
now, I'll tell you like this. It's like the one, like, we gonna see tomorrow because I believe they play Monday. I believe they play the Milwaukee Bucks on Monday. And I believe I know what's going to happen. Like, if I was a betting man, which I really should start betting. I really should.
You know what? You
We'll
know
be
what?
rich.
That's
I
something
think
I
I'll be
wanted to
rich.
get into. But man,
I think
I
I'll be
don't
rich.
know, man. I think Vegas is so crooked. It's hard for me
Well,
to buy in the Vegas right now.
it is. But it's like, I think I could get some success, man, on FanDuel or DraftKings when it comes to this
Yeah,
basketball stuff. Because I've been predicting a lot of stuff lately, man, and it's been happening to a T. And but I think the Cavaliers are going is they're just gonna, man, toughness, man. I think they're gonna out tough them.
Yeah.
Even with Giannis. Even with Giannis, I think the Cavaliers, I think they're gonna put I think Atkinson, man, is a genius, man. He's seen the disruptive ability of when he put in Tomlin. And I'm not Dean Wade. I mean, he could play defense, but Dean Wade is not he's not really a disruptor. When you put Tomlin and Mobley in there at the same time, man, it's a problem. Especially when you got Donovan Mitchell. If you got Donovan now, if Merrill was knocking down shots, man, the Cavaliers would be unstoppable. Cause man, he think about it, man, he be open all the time. He pick and
Yeah.
roll and get open all the time. He just not knocking a shot down. I mean, if Money Merrill become Money Merrill, he becomes Chef Merrill. He becomes Chef Merrill and start
I agree with that.
because he can do it. He can do it. I seen him
Let
go
me ask
over
you this.
7 and hit 5 in a row.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think, I mean, it's beginning of the season. Do you think at some point they need to try Tyrese Proctor? Because to me, personally, I would love to see Tyrese Proctor in with Donovan Mitchell.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Tyrese Proctor, I mean, I love Tyrese Proctor's game, and I've been a fan of him, man, since Duke, man. I've really been keeping an eye on this dude. Tyrese Proctor, man, what he need to work on, man, he already got that. His basketball IQ is gonna be is gonna be phenomenal. His next season. This
Yeah.
season, I think he still make a little bit of mistakes, man, that kind of get him jammed up. But he's learning pretty fast, and he's actually going to, um, cause a lot of people. He gonna cause somebody to get traded for real, for real. He gonna cause somebody
I
to get
agree.
traded because, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I see that. Craig Porter Jr., man, developed that 3-pointer shot. Like I said, if he do an off season, he developed a 3-point shot, he gonna be cool. I said if Jalen Tyson can score on offense, if he can really
It's the
knock the
biggest
shot down,
surprise.
specifically the 3, man, if I said that, I was like, man, I was like, Okoro gonna be gone. And I see why they got rid of Okoro. Because
Yeah.
we see Jalen Tyson's, man, progression. If Jalen Tyson can knock the 3-pointer down, like, you can't leave this guy open, man. He will make you pay.
Yeah. And
If,
he's pretty
if
on
Tyrese
defense.
Proctor, he spread the defense because he run, and I think his defense, because he's so hands, like, when they be putting him in, man, I want to see what he do with Tomlin. You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed, man, when they put Mobley and Tomlin in there, man, Tomlin just it's like this dude be moving everywhere. He's so disruptive, man. And if you put somebody like Jalen Tyson out there who constantly be swiping at the ball, and I want to see Larry Nance Jr., man, like, it's just people's shots is not dropping like they supposed to. I believe
He's
that's
never
why
had.
his time's getting
Larry
cut.
Nance
Like,
Jr. has never had a shot.
well, his shooting ability has gotten a whole lot better since we
Yeah.
had him before. I mean, because you can't just, but the thing is it's just the Cavaliers is just, I think, I say about 30 games in, man, you gonna see, like, right now we at the halfway mark, because I believe you said they got like 15 games
No, we at the
in.
quarter mark. It's at the quarter mark almost. Because
How
it's
many
82 game
games?
season. And they at like game 15 or 16, I think.
Yeah, so I say about 30, game 30, we're gonna really see the depth and the development of a lot of players, man, who we've been saying should have been doing their thing in the offseason. Because think about it, even Luke Travers, man, was, man, with his G League behind, man, was actually making an impact. Like, when he be out there, I'm not saying he's the best scorer, but he's this them G Leaguers the Cavaliers got, man. I'm telling you, man, I ain't gonna lie, I underestimated them, man. They disruptive, bro. Like, when you put them in there with like Mobley, man, Mobley and Garland or Donovan Mitchell, man, they disruptive. Think about it, man. They've been sitting. Tomlin, man, been giving Jared Allen a rest,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
amazing. If we can preserve Jared Allen, not get him with no bum shoulders or no tweaked up fingers and no broken thumbs, because he already got an injury on his hand already. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You know he's
yeah.
playing hurt. Like, if we can preserve our original starting lineup, that's why I say when Strus come back, it's over. They need Cavaliers don't have consistency in score. They don't have clutch, consistent scores right now. Even though we have clutch shooters, the consistency of scoring is not there yet. But it's still early in the season, and we gonna see.
Still
Strus
early
come
in the
back
season.
is that. Strus come back, man. It's over. I want to see what they're gonna do tomorrow.
Yeah,
Because I don't really care too much about wins or losses. Because I believe the Cavaliers would annihilate any if the Cavaliers come with their core and their team intact, they annihilating everything. They running all the teams in the East in the dirt.
yeah.
I don't
I can
think
see
anybody
that.
gonna be able to keep up with them. I mean, think about it. Most of our starters didn't even play at the beginning of the season. That was our second string and third string playing. And we was hanging with people starting lineups.
Yeah, yeah. And it's really hard to with the NBA season. It's really hard to get because I think a lot of teams cruise and then they turn that switch on when playoff time comes. The Pacers, I think, did it last year. They was cruising. Come playoff time, they flipped that switch. And a
Mhm.
totally different Pacer team in the playoffs compared to the one that you were seeing in the regular season.
I think that's
Speaking
what's about to
of,
happen with the Cavaliers.
yeah,
I think the Cavaliers gonna cruise, and then they're gonna flip the switch, man. When it come to crunch time, because they want to get that positioning. You want to get your positioning going into the
yeah,
playoffs. So the regular season does make a lot of does it does make a lot of sense. It is important. You do want to get that positioning. I think the Cavaliers gonna secure that positioning, and then they're gonna cruise, and then they're gonna turn the switch up in the playoffs. And a lot of people gonna be like, "Dang, man, we didn't know the Cavaliers had depth like this, man." You know, they got a backup big now. They got a backup wing. They got backup point guards that's just as tall as us now. That's why I say
yeah.
if Tomlin pan out, bro, like Tomlin he about to be the backup, bro. I'm telling you,
Well, they can use one.
man.
I will say this: their farm system, because that's really what it is. The Cavaliers farm system. I mean, look what they viewed. Dean Wade,
Yeah,
Craig Porter Jr., Sam Merrill, Naquan Tomlin. You know, I mean, they are great at developing their own talent, young talent, and then these guys go on and
and
have good
Proctor,
careers, solid careers in the NBA. And the Canton Charles
Proctor,
been doing that for a while.
yeah.
But I tell you somebody else I want to talk about. College football, getting down to the end. We're getting down
Okay.
to the end. In 2 weeks, Ohio State gonna be facing their nemesis, them ones that have beat them 4 years in a row now. So I'm looking forward to that because they got Rutgers next week, and then after that,
I wouldn't
we
say they
gonna
had
see.
nemesis, but they
They
definitely the ops. They the ops for they the opposition. I wouldn't say they're the
oh
nemesis
Michigan,
just yet.
oh hell yeah,
No,
Michigan is the ops.
no. Michigan is the nemesis. The the Hoosiers you talk about, right?
Oh, I was saying no. Where the Hoosiers right now is the ops. No, I'm talking about Ohio
They the
State.
ops, yeah.
They play the Rutgers next week, and
Hmm.
then Ohio State plays Michigan after that.
Hmm.
Now, Michigan
I
should
think
be
Michigan is
Ohio State's
done.
biggest concern.
I don't think so. Not this time around. I think once they got rid of old boy, when the Browns, Cleveland Browns drafted, man, was it Mason? That was they juggernaut, man. I think Ohio State gonna get them now. Cause these second dudes,
Well,
they ain't got no Masons on their team now.
we're going to find out. I've been saying this. I've
Yeah.
been waiting for this part of the year all
Don't
year
bet
long.
against Ohio State, y'all. I'm telling you, don't lose your money.
I
Don't
ain't buying.
lose your
Look,
money.
I'm not buying Ohio State, y'all. I'm not. No, Ohio State got talent. That is undeniable. That
Mhm.
quarterback they got, I'm not convinced. Saying
Mm,
I'm
I
not
agree.
convinced. In big
I agree.
games, I don't think
Mm,
that I think he can be rattled. I think the pressure can get to him if the game is close. And I think he's about to be tested. We're about to find out if Ohio State going to repeat or if they're going to be one and done. Because this Michigan and this Big Ten championship going to tell us everything we need to know about Ohio
I
State.
agree.
Because Ohio State,
I
y'all
agree.
been sticking your fingers in cupcakes since the beginning of the season. The biggest
Hey.
challenge y'all had was Texas, who they stink. If I'm right, did Texas lose this weekend? Because if they did, they're a 3-loss team, and their hope is over. They
I can't
played
remember.
Georgia. So we need to, let me look that up while we're on here. They played Georgia. But Ohio State, man, y'all haven't been faced with any adversity. But that adversity is coming in the next 2 to 3 weeks. You know what I'm
We gonna see.
saying?
I don't.
So,
You talk about what the Michigan situation?
Michigan and Indiana.
Tell you.
And
Indiana. I'll give you that. But Michigan,
So
I'm
they lost
telling you.
to Georgia. Texas did lose to Georgia. So Texas is they was maybe the most formidable team that Ohio State faced, and they got 3 losses. So they really haven't played anybody, right? So Ohio State, y'all about to be tested. Y'all about to be tested.
I agree. No, I agree.
I'ma
I agree.
tell
I
you,
really do.
I was not buying. I'm a Colt fan. And I can tell you, as a Colt fan, the Indiana Hoosiers have sucked for as far back as John Cooper. Before John Cooper, they've sucked. I don't think Indiana has won or competed for a Big Ten championship in about over half a century. It's been about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell y'all, Buckeye fans, y'all better be concerned. Because I don't think Indiana is scared of Ohio State. And I think it's great for theater, too, because Indiana not being there for so long, Ohio State being the defending national champions, they neighbors. They're neighbors.
Oh, the jealousy is real. They gonna try to play their heart out. I get it.
Even deeper than that. Guess what?
Well,
The Big Ten championship, guess where it's at? Guess where the Big Ten championship at?
where? I'm not even hip.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, I wasn't even
So,
hip. Dang, I ain't know
They
that.
would have to play on the road, and you know that's going to be sold out and rocking. If the Indiana Hoosiers are playing for the Big Ten championship in the right to go to the playoff, playoffs as a 1 seed, possibly. That's what that could have. Implications on the number 1 seed for the playoffs.
Ohio State ready for the lights.
Woo!
Hey,
But
I hope.
that
This Ohio State team, man, they mean.
Ooh, I'm waiting. I just hope I want Ohio State to beat Michigan. I don't, but I do.
Oh, I think they're gonna beat
You know
Michigan.
what I'm saying? Because
I might even put some money on that.
I love when I love to watch Ohio State lose to Michigan. I love it every year. I've been really enjoying myself for the last 4 years, but I really want them to win this year because I want them and Indiana to be undefeated, 1 and 2 in the country, playing for the Big Ten championship in the right for the number 1 seed. That's like the fight of the century. In Indianapolis, woo! Cause that's like the Browns having the Super Bowl in Cleveland Stadium. Could you
Ohio State
imagine?
about to ruin that, bro.
Man, this. See,
Hey,
they better worry
we
about
gonna
Michigan.
see.
They better not be focused on Indiana. They better worry
I ain't
about
worried about Michigan, man. Indiana is more of a concern
man.
than Michigan. Michigan lost a lot, man, in that draft. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
They ain't
but
gonna be
they
the same.
lost a lot every year. But every time, man, people
Man, they
forget.
lost the
People,
juggernaut
man,
though.
Michigan was big underdogs. Matter of fact, last year they were double-digit underdogs to Ohio State. People forget that. And then they beat them in Ohio State. They beat them in Ohio State. They upset them in Ohio State. Man, that game is different. You got to throw talent and all that because the history, the richness of the history, all that records could go out the window. But a rival, it's going down. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? Good down. Down goes Frazier. Y'all better be ready, Buckeye friends. You know, down goes, y'all gonna be Buckeyes to Black Eyes. Y'all ain't careful. Y'all gonna go from Ohio State Buckeyes to Ohio State Black Eyes. Yeah, you got the right color, J.R. Rich, because y'all gonna be going to a funeral in 2 weeks if y'all lose. Y'all black. You know what I'm saying? All
Yeah, we
black
gonna be going to a funeral. It ain't gonna be our funeral though. It's gonna be
Yeah.
you gonna see a big old M on the casket.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me tell you, man.
They lost
Let
a
me
lot in
tell
that
y'all.
draft. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Y'all
Don't
know
bet
how
against
Stephen
Ohio
A.
State.
Let
Don't
me
let
tell
Dame
y'all,
y'all.
Buckeye fans, I know
Hey,
how they troll the Cowboys. If y'all lose, and I come back, y'all gonna be like, oh, this dude is, he gone. I'm gonna get lit before the show, and then I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna talk bad about y'all Buckeyes. Y'all lose to Michigan 5 years in a row with the
don't bet on
championship
it.
on the line.
Don't let this man cost y'all, man, y'all mortgage.
I
Don't
ain't
bet
saying
on it.
bet now. Don't be no boo with that. No.
Don't
I
bet
wouldn't
against
bet
Ohio
on the
State. I'm trying
Indiana
to tell
game,
y'all.
but
I'm trying
the
to save
Michigan
y'all some
game, y'all
bags.
go ahead and bet. Ohio State ain't beat them. It been 5 years ago since Ohio beat them. 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
because they have the juggernaut. They had the juggernaut. He's gone now.
And you got to think
That's
of
like,
the talent. Think of the talent that has come out of Ohio State. You telling me Mason Graham exceeds all that talent that came out of Ohio
Mason
State?
Graham is a monster.
I
I
see.
ain't seen a
I see.
offensive lineman. He been blasting through offensive linemen since.
I need him to do that for the Browns.
He will. He a rookie. He gonna be back.
I need him to do that because Miles
That's
Garrett
why
need
I ain't
help,
worried
man.
about the Browns
Miles
defense.
Garrett
The Browns
is
defense
having
gonna
these
be cool.
MVP kind of season, man. Matter of fact, before we switch and we talk about this whole Pat Bev thing,
Okay.
right? And matter of fact, before we talk about Pat Bev, we got to talk about Shedeur. But
Yeah, sure did.
if Miles Garrett was on any other team right now, do you think he will be in the running for MVP?
If he's on
Say if
any
he was
team
having a
right now,
season for Pittsburgh, do you think he'd be in MVP talks?
like MVP of the whole league, like actual name
Yeah,
MVP.
yeah.
It's possible. Yeah. I think him playing on the Browns, man, is kind of killing his MVP chances. But he's probably definitely
Oh,
gonna get, man, defensive player of the year again.
I don't even know how he could get that.
Because
I mean, he should.
Didn't they just say he beat did he beat Lawrence Taylor's record today? I believe he did.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe he did, man. So it's like he pretty much enshrined to be a legend in the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah,
So
that was last year. He locked that up. Oh yeah.
so
He
so
locked
this is
that
the
up.
thing. If the Browns long as they don't jump, do not jump the gun. Man, I would get rid of some personnel before I get Myles Garrett. Because you're not going to the Super Bowl. You're not going to the Super Bowl.
They ain't never going to that.
You better have somebody to go to the if you're not going to the Super Bowl, you better have some players enshrined in the Football Hall of Fame.
As a
You
Browns
see the
fan, I can
situation.
tell you no. Super
Hey, you see the
Bowl, only time
situation?
we gonna go to the Super Bowl if somebody give us tickets.
Hey,
That's the
look,
only way, as a
hey,
Browns
look.
fan, we gonna go to the Super Bowl. If
Hey, this
somebody
the
gave us
thing.
tickets.
This is the thing. I'm not even worried about the Super Bowl right now. We are an expansion team. Super Bowl, Super Bowl
We
aspirations
ain't
is
even that.
way
We
out the
ain't
way
even
for
an
me.
expansion team. We are a college team. A college team,
I mean, that's
possibly.
pretty much your
Ohio
expansion
State
team.
probably could be.
But think about it.
Ohio
A
State
college
could be.
look, a college team is an expansion team. When everybody's rookies, you're pretty much like an expansion team. That's people coming out of college. It
I
is a
think
college
Ohio
team.
State. I think Ohio State could beat the Browns.
They probably could. They got more
I think they could
prospects.
beat.
Because think about the Browns, man. They got a team. A lot of people don't realize we lost another offensive lineman today. We literally got rookies across the
Yeah.
line. All you got to do
Come
is
next
blitz every play.
Come next drive, they need to draft linemen in the
Oh, absolutely.
first 5 rounds.
Look, I would
absolutely agree.
look. If I got a blue chip in Shador in Shador Sanders, I'm getting some protection.
Yeah.
Especially when I got a running back like Quinshawn Junkins, man. I'm like, dude, you need an offensive line bad. Like you got a blue chip, where everybody kind of, bagging on Shador Sanders. They don't think he all that good, but they want to see him play. Man, he really a blue chip. I guarantee you put him around a team with a line, man, shoot. He'd probably be in talks, man, of being breakout rookie of the year.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate, man. He is with the Browns, man, and we had a bunch of bums ahead of him, man, which is cool because we don't have an offensive line. You got to build your team the right way, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
I don't care if you got Dan Marino. He said,
and you can see the lack of not only just the offensive line, but he ain't got no receivers. All they got is a running back. I like the tight ends. The tight ends are solid. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, you were right. You putting them in. You putting them in a.
Yes,
you
sir.
make them go to a gunfight with Super Soaker.
I gonna say a gunfight with a wooden sword, but dang, a super soaker. At least you might blind so you can drown somebody possibly with a super soaker.
Yeah.
With a wooden sword, you got to get up on them to actually hit them with that motherfucker to have any type of success. Super soakers, honestly, hey, you remember the super soaker fights we used to have back in the day? You could destroy somebody with some super soakers.
All the times I used to get you, and I used to have them water balloons, man.
Listen.
Water balloon grenades.
Super soakers was wild back there, bro. Like that's a legitimate, they legitimate. So we can't say super soakers. Wooden sword.
Hey, you know what? You know the funny part is now, those things aren't even around anymore. And you know what ruined them? You know what ruined them? People was peeing in them.
I think what ruined super soakers.
Pee?
No, it's a little bit more to that because it's not that people is peeing them because you always have some degenerates, but you know what I'm saying. I remember a time I was a degenerate. You know what I'm saying. I was dumb, but I got finessed. Being young and dumb, but how they did the guy who created the super soaker, how they finessed them out of that invention, and then they sold it into the ground and destroyed it. But that's a whole nother story. But
yeah,
super soaker, it's so unfortunate. It was a black inventor who actually created super soaker too, by the way, for the record, y'all. Speaking
of, y'all, we gonna go ahead and move over to this whole Pat Beverly thing, right?
Yeah, this Pat Beverly thing, crazy.
So, Pat Bev, man, he came home. Actually, listen, I'm gonna play this news story. All right, we're gonna play it, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, it's wild.
Benton County officials confirmed that Beverly. Tonight we're learning more about the arrest of Patrick Beverly, the former Houston Rocket. Here's what we know so far. Fort Bend County officials confirmed that Beverly was arrested today on a felony charge of family violence assault, specifically impeding breath and circulation. That is, his bond is set at $40,000. But just hours ago, his attorney sent us a statement saying, quote, Patrick Beverly has no criminal record. He cares deeply about his little sister, a young lady, a minor, given that when he unexpectedly found her alone in the home with an 18-year-old man in the middle of the night, he was
I know she
understandably
was a
concerned,
minor.
as any mother would be, about his sister. Beverly took to social media saying, quote, "Please don't believe everyone you see on the internet. Hope all is well."
So I wanted to go ahead and get into this, right?
She is a minor.
Yes.
Breaking.
But hold
You
on.
can
But
say
I
up
want
to
to get into
1,000.
this. And this is what I think is, I wish they add more detail and context to this story, because first and foremost, I would like to know how old is this? Because they said 18-year-old man, right?
Right.
And they saying this minor. So by law, a minor could be 17 years old,
Yes, they
right?
can.
So she could be 17. But I'm gonna tell you, man, the way and you gotta be careful out here, man. I think
Definitely
this is
does.
why 18-year-olds need to have their own school. Because if we're doing that, right? 18, once you get to a seniors should have their own school away from minors. Because then, if that's a concern, why would you have adults in school with minors? Do that make sense to
This,
you?
yeah, that is true. Now, this the thing. I don't know if a lot of people know, but um, there's a lot of law. Depending on what state you live in,
It's in
there's a
Texas.
lot of law that's real, like line, like
No, you get
borderline
that.
with with minors. I mean, because 17, man, you can actually, man, you can actually in some. I believe in Ohio, you can start dating a grown person. I think was it 16 with adult consent? No, 14. 14 with with parent consent. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know with that part, yeah.
Now 17, I believe, um, especially if you about to turn 18, you can. It, man, it just depends. It's even because they're a minor, of course. They're minors. Of course, 17 is a minor. You're not 18. You're not grown yet. But the laws is real, like
I know you're getting
shaky.
that.
It's kind of shaky when it comes to that. Like you said, man, guys just need to be careful, man. Look, don't mess with man. Look, let them become adults first. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be crib hunting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, it ain't
it
that
ain't worth.
crucial. Like,
It
you
ain't
just
worth.
need it that bad. You
No,
know what I'm saying? Like,
no. And I'm
like,
quite
come on
sure.
now.
I'm quite sure that he didn't break in, because if he broke in, then they would have arrested him instead of
That's the thing. I don't think he broke in. I think what it is, like it is, man, they're probably having a relationship and they got caught. So she's like, I don't want to get jammed up. So I'm saying, man, hey, this happened like out of my control. This just to save her behind.
Well,
And Papa Beverly, like, man, no, man, he found out how probably how old the dude was. Like, oh, you grown in my eyes, you know what I'm saying? You grown, you 18,
yeah,
which he is grown.
yeah.
But the thing is what's the situation? Like, do she live with him?
No, it was basically they were caught in her parents' home in the middle of the night. Nobody home but them two. Patrick Beverly
Yeah.
just happened to come home and see her in a room with him, this grown man in his sister's room.
See, that's the thing, man. Like, see, that's the thing. You never know, man, what the agreement. Like, her parents, man, could have been like, "Hey, we cool with it, long as he respectful, and long as he stay in them guidelines." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
see, he just a visit. Like, even though that's their son, he just a visitor. He don't live there. That's not his house. The parents, man, could have consented to it, and man, that's probably why she probably not gonna get in trouble. And if he don't get in trouble, that's probably what it
you
was.
already know.
If this dude
Right.
don't get in trouble, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Almost guaranteed.
And I want to talk about this too, because I always like to bring this to light. Ladies, you know, even young, when you're 13, 14, you got siblings, you got to be careful of how you move because there are a lot of dudes in prison and in the grave because of decisions and choices that y'all make. You know,
Accountability.
this girl made a decision and a choice that can really have an impact on her brother.
Accountability.
And she didn't even consider the impact that it can have on her brother.
The
Now, it already cost
ramifications.
him $40,000 to bail himself out. He had to pay.
The ramifications.
The ramifications is big. $40,000 is nothing to sneeze at. Even though he's a millionaire, it's nothing to sneeze at still.
Yeah.
You know,
He out the league though. It ain't like he got that continuous money coming in from the league.
Right.
He out the league. He
Yeah,
ain't playing in the NBA no more. I think he might be in the big three, but
yeah,
I mean, you ain't got no NBA checks coming no more, boy.
yeah. So
I mean,
I think he got a podcast, maybe. You know what I'm
if
saying?
you ask me, yeah, I think he do. Yeah, he do. But if you ask me, what's stopping your sister from letting him go again after all this blow
going to
over?
his house or going to his house.
Well, they not gonna probably go to his house because she probably already know, like, okay, I got jammed up over at my parents' house, man, and my big brother popped in up on me. But she want this dude. How?
Yeah.
Because he hit. It ain't like he raped her. It ain't rape. This is not rape charges. She consented to this. She just got caught.
And we
What's
don't
gonna
even know
stop her
if
from
they
continuing to
were
mess with this dude?
physically involved if he caught him in that state. We just know that he caught him in the house in the middle of the night. And so, you know. But, you know, prayers to the Beverly family, man. I'm so glad we didn't have a little sister, dude. I am so glad that,
Oh, no.
you know,
They
that
would've
wasn't
been
a
cool.
concern.
They would have been cool though, because man, we would have gave him the game.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
look,
would have talked game to him, but man,
Yeah,
after having that worry, it was, man, I'm glad. I'm just saying, I'm glad. I'm glad. And that was never a concern growing up.
Mhm.
And now, you know what I'm saying? Not even now, really, because we haven't had them conversations. And so I don't really have nothing to worry about. You know, they head smart and they get it. You know?
Right.
Man. I mean, Pat Bear, you need to be having them conversations with your sister.
If you ain't already
You need to be
had
having
them,
some conversations with her.
that chit
Because
chat.
sure, unless somebody
She
breaking in
18.
the house,
Oh no, she's
ain't no
17. I'm
18-year-old
sorry.
over your house unless she invited.
Look, she's 17. He 18. Don't tell her how. Don't tell her when she gonna turn 18.
Right.
It ain't gonna stop.
Nope.
She
Nope.
like
She
what
just
she
gonna
like.
become more slicker. She
She
just
like what
gonna
she
become
like.
a
She
little
just gonna
bit
become more
slicker in
slicker.
how she moves.
And you're not, and it's like he's not the parent. So the parent gonna have to put the guardians got to put the foot down. I understand the big brother get into action, you know, sit over his little sister. I get it, but it's the parents that got to put the foot down.
Right. Yep. Man, next week we're gonna be talking more and more about this Ohio State Michigan game because we're gonna be a week away from it. And we're gonna be able to talk more about the Cavaliers. We'll see how they do it throughout the week. I'm glad to be back, man. You know what I'm saying? This was a fun show. That hour went by like bam. You know.
Hey, for the record too, if y'all didn't know, Kevin Love, man, I believe he stated, man, he's gonna retire in the Hall of Fame with the Cavaliers instead of the Timberwolves.
I like that. And now, are they going to sign him to a one-day contract?
We gonna see.
Okay.
We gonna see. He was talking about it. I think he's still playing though. He's still playing, but he brought it up like, yeah, I'm gonna, you know, my legacy is for Cleveland. And I was like, I get it.
His Uncle Michael, his whole family history and legacy is with Cleveland. You know, absolutely. Man, his uncle and them is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Mike Love, you know. And so, so yeah, man, shout out to the Love family, man.
It was a pleasure, man. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure, man, doing the show for y'all, man. And you know, tune in for next week, man. We got some good stuff, man. You know, we gonna talk some.
Ain't cooking up.
Yeah, stuff cooking.
College
A lot
football.
of
We
hey,
ain't too
it's a lot
far
of
away from the playoffs. We're gonna
it's
be
a lot of
talking
boxing
about.
matches coming up too.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of boxing matches coming up. Who chin
Can't
gonna
wait to
get
discuss
shook?
that too.
Who chin
So-
gonna get collected? It
You
always.
said kids don't get collected.
Matter of fact, we didn't cover it this time, but there has been some chins that been collected already. You know,
Well, you know what? We
That
gotta
Conor
leave the show
Ben-
next week with that.
Eubank Jr. Hey, it's been some chins that been collected already.
They
We
just
gonna talk
taking
about
them
it.
chins and-
Stay tuned for next week.
Hey, y'all, man, thanks for being here with us, man. I am Damo Unleashed. Hey, before we go, man, you guys got anything? I know y'all had the Comic Amazon. Y'all got
Y'all had the
anything
Comic-
else going on?
We had the Akron Comic Con that came up on it's on the 8th and the 9th. It was this Saturday and Sunday that passed, and we did a phenomenal job, man. It was fun. It was good, and we got some things coming up. I'll keep y'all posted.
Man, JR Rich, man, thank you as always, y'all. We are out. We
Absolutely.
appreciate y'all being here. Y'all can also watch the recap, man, when the show is over on YouTube and Facebook, all right? So,
Absolutely.
peace, we out.
So drip.
Okay, so Damo, some of the people out there want to know, like, you know, y'all been AK Rowdy for a long time, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't trying to get at nobody, all these haters y'all got. Y'all ain't trying to name drop, no diss track.
You
What's
ain't
up with
really
that?
making moves if they not hating. If we're not talking business, you ain't saying nothing. I don't respond to my haters, I just keep on waiting. I just smile in their face while I'm money making. I just keep on waiting, I just keep on waiting. I don't respond to my haters, I just keep on waiting. If we're not talking business, you ain't saying nothing. You ain't really making moves if they ain't hating. You ain't really making moves if they ain't hating. You ain't really making moves if they ain't hating. I just keep on waiting, I just keep on waiting. I don't respond to my haters, I just keep on waiting. Crabs in the bucket, these haters trying to hold me down, but I'm sucker free, Playboy D from the underground. They hate to see another man make it.